All right, how's it going, guys? Welcome on another live stream. Now, thank you guys for joining me on my previous live stream this early morning. I know you had other stuff to do, but you made it to watch My Hero Academia, the final season, episode 5. If you haven't seen it after this one, you can go check it out. Now, it is time to check out this awesome movie that I've heard of. This is my very first time watching it. Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc. A lot of speculation has been made in this content on this movie, and I'm looking forward to see if it worth my time, if it worth your time, if they put as much work as possible. I know MAPPA has been doing well in terms of their movies. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. What's the other one? I think we have the Hell's Paradise, in terms of anime and stuff. I think I should call that pool anime and not movie, because I don't think Hell's Paradise has a movie. But you all know what I'm talking about. It should be anime, best MAPPA animation or anime in general. Vote there and let me know what you think, which is the best. I'm not sure if Hell's Paradise has a movie. I don't think so, but if it does, let me know in the comment section, because I was trying to say best MAPPA's anime because I've watched Hell's Paradise. So without further ado, okay, we have, what do we have here on the live chat? Let me check. I just got a notification. What's good, Swag? Thanks for coming to the live chat. How you doing, brother? You told me you were going jogging, and you just wanted to drop by and see what's up. Thanks for that. Hope you had a good jog, by the way, and I'm happy for you, bro, that you're taking some time to, invest in yourself, invest in your health. Health is wealth, man. Health is wealth. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. You have all my support. And I know you will do what you need to do with flying colors. So, one moment, guys. Let me get this ready. So as I watch this movie, I may need to pause. I may need to look at the live chat and see what is going on. And, if you guys are asking me questions and all these things, I do understand I sprung this on you guys with no announcement. Sometimes, that's sometimes the best things, when you're wowed, when you, spontaneity, right? I think he was dreaming there. I think he was hallucinating or he was dreaming. And you can see they've ate. They didn't even clean where they ate. They just slept on top of that. Wait a minute. Why is Power's horn 4 now? It used to be 2, right? Or am I mistaken? Sweet. Why is she always on his ass? Why is she always, you know? I think the boy just vomited everything he ate just now. He just vomited everything he ate. That's right, buddy. Keep going. Keep going on your health, man. Ain't no harm there. Now, I have heard quite a bit about this movie. I've heard quite a bit on it. You know, good stuff, good ratings. So I'm hoping that I think I haven't really read too much into it or any information, but I think it's going to it's either they're gonna tell a good amount of story on Riz for us to get to know her, because if you guys notice, we didn't really know her much that well during the first season, right? But since it's called Reze Arc, I'm believing that whatever story that they're gonna tell us about Riz, it's going to be very grounded story on her. And again, they're probably gonna be going back and forth. They're probably gonna be going back into her lifestyle or when she was young to the current time. But I don't know. This is just my speculation at this point. So we'll get to see what happens. But I gotta give a shout out to the first season. The first season was dope. The first season was just absolute dope. It was fire. They're gonna trim her horns? Who? This is a new character? Sweet! Why is he calling him Lord Chainsaw? That is weird. Well, he is a chainsaw man after all. He's left alone all by himself. Oh, he's gonna be hanging out with Riz? She's cute, huh? Kawaii, 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 kawaii. They went to the movies all by themselves. I'm not sure if this movie or if this story is going to happen after season one. I think so because we are back in. This is a normal timeline. They went to another movie? Someone is crying. Makima is not crying. She has no emotions on her face. What is this one about? It looks like Denji is not liking the movies of the movies that she has chosen for this. Now, movie choice, Denji ain't down with it at all. He's just so they've been watching movie the whole day, the whole day. Sorry, guys, the thing is rotating. Let me look at the chat real quick. One of those movies was a movie that changed her life forever. They are the only two watching this one. And it looks like Denji has paid more attention to this one. Let's see what it's all about. He cried. Makima cried this time. Seems like he does have a heartbeat. He does have a heart. Someone is tailing on him. The guy from the beginning. What's his name? Someone is tailing him. Why did he ate the flower? Is he crazy? He just ate the whole flower. I don't think he has noticed that there is someone tailing him. He has not realized it yet. I guess busted. Yeah, I know, right? Why do they all have a weird name? Why is she laughing so hard? What's so funny? Oh, she's crying. His face looks like her dog that passed away. That's comical. Yep, it's the flower he ate. He's throwing up. So I guess she was crying about her dog. I guess Denji made her day lighten up. She should be serving him, right? I know. I think it's a black coffee. Yeah, no sugar, nothing. Just she keep touching the damn boy. Oh man, poor guy. She kind of looks like Makima. Am I wrong? Except the wings and the halo. Okay, guys, just to pause the movie a little and check out the chats and see what's going on. It looks like Swag is the only one. Swag, what's up with you today? I will be posting some big news on the community tab soon. Now it's One Piece anime related, but I will not be talking about spoilers because EVlog is not up to date. Okay, this is this is more have to do with is going on behind closed doors of the One Piece and um, what this possibly mean for new opportunities for another anime to make its grand return. It is this is only speculation, okay? Crossed fingers. All right, buddy. How's it going, Broken AMVs? How you doing? So, as I said in the beginning, as we go into this movie, every now and then I'm gonna pause it, look at the chats, say hello to you guys that are here watching, see what you guys are, see what's up. Absolute thanks for coming to the live stream. I'm going to report this video to YouTube for copyright infringement. I think your account will be banned. Is that okay? Okay, okay, guys. Now make sure to vote as well, because I want to know from you guys. I think I made a mistake. I don't think House Paradise is. I don't think it's a movie. I know I watched the first season, but not. I don't think it's a movie. And so far, 11 people has voted on this, and 100% of you guys voted for Chainsaw Man. Okay. All right. Let's continue. I would rather die than work. They had a fist fight this morning, just this morning. The katana cuts through goats. So what Makima just said, that guy, I guess that's a fellow there that is currently eating ice cream and saying that he gets lazy when he eats ice cream. Actually, he's more powerful. He's more than he's pushing on. Anything he touches, any weapon comes to life or becomes a strong weapon. The weapon the other guy, what's his name, Hayakawa is holding, the weapon has the ability to cut ghosts. They could have shown us the battle he had with these thing. He's still alive. One second, guys. To kill him painlessly. He said he must be. I may be an angel, but I am also a devil. Oh, damn. What does that make this character? He may be an angel, but he's a devil. I guess they had to put the guy out of his misery. Wait, he's going to Riz again? You're a weird one. It's going to be sad if this girl ends up dying. Like if she ends up not making it till the movie ends. Because if she does make it, it could potentially be that we are going to see her in the next season, season 2. She continues to scooch closer and closer to Denji. All right, guys. You see, this is one of the things I recognize about Chainsaw Man. They are very now. It's starting to come back to me because I remember the first season of Chainsaw Man. Everything there was no sugarcoating anything. Actually, if I remember, they were as upfront with their innuendos. Of course, they limit it a little bit just to but you do understand what they are doing in terms of season 1. They were not they did not sugarcoat anything, if I recall, from season 1. What is going on here? Damn, man. Damn. You could just imagine if they showed everything this guy did to those families. He skinned them alive and all that stuff. Well, he's saying that he doesn't want to hold her hands, but he's doing it anyways. But he seems like, he does have some type of emotional feelings, like true feelings for Makima. But for some reason, this girl named Rez, I hope she's not an enemy. You know what I mean? I hope he's not being lured to be attacked. I guess they are on a date night. He's teaching him how to swim. It looks like thus far, this date night is going well so far. So far, so good. I just hope she's not an enemy because she's starting to grow on me. But knowing Denji, he cannot do this forever, so something is probably gonna happen at some point, because there's already a target on Denji's back now. If you guys remember 5 minutes ago, the assassin that has been told by his Devil Union person to be careful of the boy or the guy with a chainsaw, whatever, whatever. So I'm not sure how long this is going to last. The date night is over. Oh, there is more. I get a feeling that something is about to happen, and I don't think I'm gonna like it because this. She's so damn cute. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a bad feeling, guys. I'm getting a weird feeling because if you remember, that assassin 10 minutes ago was in the washroom, right? Cleaning, wiping off blood and all that stuff. Ooh, I hear footsteps. Okay, it's hers. Why did she stop? Oh no. I said it, man. I'm getting a bad feeling. Why did she have to go to the damn washroom, huh? Couldn't she just hold it? She could just run back to Denji right away. Ooh! There's somebody at the end of the other tunnel. Sorry, at the end of the hallway. Oh man. Oh, it's the same guy from the bathroom scene. Ah, my goodness. And the thing is, Pochita haven't sensed that the girl is in danger or anything. I don't know why she. I don't. I don't know why Pochita haven't sensed she's in danger. How far is Denji from this girl? I don't think she's even going where Denji is. She's running. She went to the rooftop. A piece of cheese? Oh, here he comes. No, man. Come on. Come on. He's about to skin her face. No, 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 no. Wait, it looks like she's about to defend herself, no? Ooh! She's actually defending herself. Ooh! Yo! So why was she pretending she's weak? And she's singing while she's choking this guy's behind out. She is more twisted than the guy, the killer. She's singing while she's killing him. She's humming. That is hard. That is so hard. But I thought that was something else speaking to that killer and informing him about Denji and Denji's ability. I'm actually surprised that this girl actually took care of business here. She's talking to the same person, to the same entity this guy was talking to, called Typhoon. This is Denji is hanging around someone more, maybe more dangerous than he is. Well, she's pretty close to Denji and could do anything to him at this point, but she chose not to, so I'm not sure if she's really into him or if she's waiting for the right moment. But then again, inside the school premises, it's dark, it's raining. She had all the chance to take out Denji, but did not. So I'm kind of thinking maybe she does like him for him. I don't know, but this girl is much more than she's leading on. I think she's an assassin. But if she was going to attack Denji, she would have done it now because they were all alone. And it looks like Denji is really having fun. Denji is having fun, man. Alrighty, time to check the chat. Okay, Swag is still here. Yoni Bortolux, thanks for coming to the chat. How's it going, brother? Let's continue. And how is the vote doing, by the way? 21 of you guys voted Chainsaw Man. Sorry, 95, 12 vote. So sorry. I'm jumbling stuff now. 21 votes and 95% Chainsaw Man and 5% for Hell's Paradise. Jujutsu Kaisen 0 has not gotten any vote, which is kind of interesting anyway. So let's continue. The guy, she wants him to run away with her. Good question. She's putting quite a bit on it, man. She's really, really putting a bit on it. Hmm. This girl is smart. She's she is oh, did he agree that he likes Makima, or he said no that she did she wait, did Denji agree he liked somebody else, or did he actually said no, you're the only one I like, or something like that? Oh no. Oh no. She finally attacked him. She bit off his tongue. Ooh. Oh man. She finally strikes. Because I've been wondering, why is she waiting? They were alone in class. I'm going to take your heart. I literally forgot about Beam. That was so close. Nigero, nigero, nigero. Now, guys, I get to say that Denji was in big trouble right there, man. She had him where she wanted him to be at that particular time with that amount of fireworks going on. Denji can scream all he wants. Nobody's gonna hear because with that fireworks going on, she can do whatever. But then again, they were in the classroom together, you know, it was raining and there was thunderstorms. So why didn't she do it then? Why did she wait till now? I guess due to the fact that she's an assassin, they like doing stuff at a particular. Oh, she's chasing right after you, man. You better run. She's about to go on a chase. Now she's about to show who she truly is. She's about to show who she truly is, huh? Why do I think of Bakugo for a second? Ooh! Here she comes! Oh my goodness, she's fast! Hayai! Yo! Here she comes again. Oh my god, there is no getting through this woman. There is unless you have help. I will let you go if you leave Denji behind. You mother effer. Ooh! He's a shark. He transformed into it. Ooh. Finally a distraction. Maybe Denji might use this to his advantage to escape. I feel bad for these guys right now with their guns and their knives and all that stuff. Will not do a goddamn thing right now. Ooh, 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 sweet. She blew them up. Finally, man. Thank goodness they ran away. My goodness, this girl is something, man. I knew it. There's something wrong. As soon as she defended herself, I'm like, even before that, I'm like, this is too good to be true. You know what I mean? Just too good to be true. She's all nice to him, pushing up on him and all that stuff. This is gonna make Denji have trust issues, big time trust issues. Yeah. Why do I feel like she's going to chase them right in here? She made it in here. Oh, damn, 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 damn. Oh, man, this girl is. She's brave. She's brave. And for the fact she's brave, knows is the fact she's brave because she knows how strong she is. That's how brave she is. And for the fact that she's brave enough to walk in here, oh, you guys better take her seriously. She's not even in her Akuma form. You should have attacked. Ooh, you shouldn't have waited for her to pull that button. They did something to her. Ooh! She blew off a part of her own head. This is not a good idea. You guys better go on her real quick. Ooh! Ooh! Really? Really? Oh. Mm. The damage she can make is very grandest. You should have shot instead of waiting. And she's quick. She's quick on her feet. Very quick. Is that Hayakawa? Somebody else. Oh, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. He's summoned and disappeared. Run! Drive, man. Drive, drive, drive. He got a scene of. Ooh! This girl is going to be a nuisance in this one. Oh man, she has proven that she's going to be a pain in everyone's ass. Ooh, here she comes again. Can she fly? She can fly. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Ooh, somebody else is coming. Ooh! Barrage! Sweet! She blocked it with one arm. She blocked it with one arm. Oh, she's about to throw her own cake. Oh my goodness. We're changing strategy. Why is he yelling it out? The girl is so terrified, she probably peed on herself. She's so terrified and she said I will quit my job. This damn job that I don't like that much. I'm gonna quit it. Ooh, here she comes. Yo, she is so fast. They give her a lot of gap, at least 5 kilometers away. 5 kilometer distance. She has closed in on them this quick. Ooh, denji? Denji recovered. You better get your mind in the game, man. Don't let her play you like that. You better get in the game, brother. Don't let her trick you. Oh, Riz knows who Makima is. I wish I never kissed you. I wish I never kissed you. I don't think you can arrest this one, Denji. You are not going to be able to. Ooh! He dodged it. Nice. Because he left himself open right there when he went up in the air like that. Yeah, I mean, this girl she is in a class of her own. Sweet! She is in a class of her own. Not only can she attack in a such range attack, she can also do a long distance attack. Denji can only attack short distance. He's not a long distance attacker, which is the reason why this girl is going to give him a run for his money, man. Look at what she's doing to him. She literally blew him away. Ooh, barrage of her own. Ooh, she's about to use her leg as a rocket launcher to push him down. Yo. Yo, she's not letting him regenerate. Ooh, Hayakawa. Looks like he can see her punches coming towards him. And he pretended he was dead or something. I guess it's the only way to outwit this girl is to outsmart her. Somehow, some way. Denji, this girl is just in a class of her own. Denji stands no chance against this girl, at least right now. Nice. I think that her regeneration time might even be faster than Renji's. The guy that ran away came back again. He came back. So it's going to be two against one, right? Oh, she has her own summoning. Damn, she literally gave Denji no recovery time. She just kept blowing him apart over and over and over again. Careful, careful. Your girlfriend killed too many people. Why doesn't this angel go and handle it? Either let her kill you and minimize the damage, or destroy her yourself. She has outclassed denji on that first encounter. Wow, okay. He's going to use Beam as his riding partner, so like his animal partner. He's saying, he said you're right, and he's in agony or in pain or something because this is not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be easy. Shark or Beam is going to be used as he's going to be used as an expendable right now. He's using his what is it called? Sharks, not feathers. No, there's something it's called. He's using it to walk and to run. Ooh, man, this girl is causing a lot of destructions, man. She needs to be stopped. Ooh, here she comes. You see, she has the ability to attack at a distance. Whee! Took off her leg. Maybe the person they should be attacking is Typhoon, no? Maybe they should be attacking Typhoon, her summoning. I don't know. He does have wings. He could just fly. What's good, Giovanni? Thanks for coming to the live chat. Thanks for coming to the live stream. This girl is tough. She's literally launching a missile. Not just one, missiles. She's launching missiles at them. It's difficult to even get close to her at this point. Screen freeze, baby. Welcome to this screen freeze live stream. Come on, screen freeze, stop screen freezing. She closed in on them real quick. Ooh, she is fast, man. Mm, man, she is whoop. Ooh. Woo. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps. I might not be her. She might not be my favorite right now, but she is whooping Denji's behind right now. Ooh. Oh man, she is not letting out on him now. Ooh. She is currently outclassing Denji every step. Oh, here she comes again. She's about to put an end to this. Thanks to Bean. But then again, she's going to close in on them right away. They can't escape her. Look at the damage she has made here. It has caused. The battle has triggered some type of twist. A twister. I said it before, I think they should attack Typhoon. Because Typhoon is actually helping Riz on the battlefield. She's the one creating these tornadoes. Good. Good. Beam is swimming through air like he's swimming on the sea. That's crazy, man. That's hard. Shish kebab her behind, man. Ooh! Oh, damn! Soy! Soy! That's hard, I'm not gonna lie. That last scene just now, I am so happy they took Typhoon down because she is doing exactly what her name is. She's making the fight more difficult to catch Riz off guard. Here she comes! Go in the water. Or in the blood, I guess. She's pissed now. Whoo! Yo, she is so pissed right now that they took out her summoning. Now she is really, really gunning to take out Denji. She is pissed. She's livid at this point. Nice move, Denji. Cutting that chain to create some type of separation. Watch out! Watch out! Ooh, she's going after Beam now. Ooh! Oh my goodness. Yo, I gotta say this. This girl might not be my favorite person right now, but her fighting prowess, her tacticality is just off the charts. Like she is outsmarting, outfighting, out attacking everybody right now. Where is Makima, by the way? Why haven't Makima arrived here to see if she can help? This girl is having a play date with all these guys. Oh, being protected Denji the whole time. You shouldn't have taught me how to swim. Remember, yes, she taught him how to swim. But then again, even if Denji can swim, it doesn't mean it. It doesn't mean anything at this point. Here we go again. It looks like Denji has figured out a way to attack her at a distance too. But then again, ooh, nice, nice. He took her right inside the water. Wait, is he trying to drown her? This girl is an assassin, man. I don't think that will work. What do you guys think? I don't think that will suffice. I don't think this will work, man. This girl is just too damn good for to fall for a trick like that. They are falling in deep right now. Wait, did that actually worked? Did that actually worked? She's still alive. Maybe a bit more restrained at this point, right? He is alive, guys. Are you telling me that they're gonna be friends now? You know how many people she sent to the afterlife? She sent a lot of people to the afterlife with her shenanigans. Wait, it looks like she meant what she said. For the fact that she said, I failed, I'm going to run away now. It looked like when she asked Denji to run away with her so that they won't have to deal with these, this kind of work, so that Denji doesn't have to worry about someone targeting him, so that she doesn't have to worry about people targeting Denji, like all that stuff. I think she meant it. I'm glad she's admitting that. She knows that she killed a lot of, she sent a lot of people to the afterlife. Please don't bite off his tongue this time. Man, wait, he's leaving? Or is he going to work? Man, look at the devastating destructions she caused. I think that's her over there. That's her. She's gone. She's gone. Oh, she didn't take the train. She didn't leave. She's going to the coffee shop. Maybe not. Makima. Ooh, damn. Makima ain't playing, man. Makima is not playing. That's that angel up there. Oh, okay. I thought Makima is the one working alone all by herself. And Denji is actually over there. Damn. Damn. Oh well. Wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting, what a classic, what an astonishing, what a beauty, a beauty. What an interesting concept, man. Um, hmm. If I would say this, Riz, I guess she was sent to kill Denji in the first place. But you know how every killer normally like to play with their food. You know what I mean? Every assassin, not really an assassin. Assassins do their job. Like they don't play. They don't. Based on what I've seen, watching movies and stuff like that, and based on articles I've read, you know what I mean? Assassins, they have a mission. They go to that mission and they get it done. But there are certain assassins or killers or hired for whatever that likes to play with their food. But I think in this case, I don't think that was necessarily the case because along the line, Reyes was actually enjoying Denji's company. Like she was actually enjoying his company. You know what I mean? But then again, before I get to that part, in the beginning, Makima, which I'm gonna get to in the end, while I think Makima took this very personally. In the beginning, Renji went out with Makima and they had a date night. And the whole day they watched movies. And the last movie, both of them actually enjoyed it, right? The other movies, Denji didn't enjoy those other movies. But the last one, Denji and Makima did really enjoy it. I think it was an emotional movie or whatever, some type of romantic movie or whatnot. And both of them shed tears towards the ending of that movie. So moving on, Denji's now meets somebody new, and while he's hanging out with this girl, Reze, there's something about her that he just can't turn off. You know, he's very into her. At the same time, he still had feelings for Makima, but as their date continued, as they kept hanging out, um, it turned out that he chose Riz because Riz told him, "Let's run away." Right before that, they were in the school. They had fun. I mean, Riz could have taken him out then, because that's what I was wondering. They were locked up. They were literally by themselves inside the school premises. That it's raining, lightning is going off, right? After Riz took care of the killer that came to kill her, she could have taken that time, and she had all the time in the world to take care of Denji, but she didn't. You guys could say that it's because she's busy playing with her food, kind of letting it unwind first and choose the perfect moment to do it, or she was inadvertently enjoying Denji's company, which I'm going to talk about in the end as well. So she asked Denji if they can, run away. And now that I think about it, the killer that skinned that family, remember, Typhoon was speaking to him and giving him information about Denji. And Buchuta didn't alert Denji that Rez is getting attacked. A reason I don't know why. And Rez ends up taking out the killer and speaks to Typhoon. So which means the killer that was playing, that killed all those families and was speaking to Typhoon, I believe that him and Rez are from the same organization, right? That's what I think. They were from the same organization. But it looks like the killer hired to kill doesn't know about Rez, because if you see how Rez, based on how she fought, you can tell that she works alone and she is a high-class assassin, like a high, sophisticated, confidential, whatever you want to call it, high-class killer. So I don't think that killer knew about Rez, because if he knew and knows what Rez can do, he wouldn't have been foolish attacking Rez. But just like every other twisted, psychopath that loves torturing people and killing them, he saw Rez as a weak and as a vulnerable candidate, at least he can start with before he gets to Denji. But not knowing that Rez, and I think Rez knew what he came to do. That's what I think. I think Rez knew what that guy came to do and took him out, right? And then went back to chill with Denji. Now you can understand her knowing why the guy came. She knew that the guy really didn't come for him. Come for her. He came for Denji. Because after she took him out, she spoke to Typhoon and told her to go do something or take care of the dead body of this guy while I go and continue with my date. So in that moment, she knew that, okay, if I don't take care of him, other people will. Which was the reason why she told Denji, let's run away, right? Let's leave this life. I know you're working here and you're starting to love your job or whatever. Let's leave it. I will leave the coffee shop as well. Let's go somewhere and just live forever. Come with me. I want to run away. And I think she meant that, right? But when Denji said, no, I can't. Things are starting to go well with my work. I'm having a good time now. My colleagues are starting to accept me. I'm getting along with everybody. And I have a senior that I've gotten along with. Right away, Rez knew who Denji is talking about. That was when Rez asked Denji, do you have feelings for Makima? And I think even though they didn't show Denji's answer. But I think Denji said something like, I did had feelings for Makima, but I like you more, or something like that. But I'm starting to fall for you, or whatever, something like that, right? Which was the reason why she, or maybe Denji said something like, I still have feelings for Makima, and she rushed and kissed him, and upon while that is going on, she bit off his tongue, and at that point she decided to, well, if I'm not gonna have you, nobody would, that kind of thing. If I oh man, if I'm not gonna have you, it's almost like the case between Cassie and Diddy or something like that. I don't know, man. Now I'm going political with it. If you're not gonna be mine, nobody else is gonna have you. I'm gonna make sure that she's not gonna have you either. So that was when all that fiasco happened. But even while she's fighting Denji, you could see that based on their interaction, she still kind of cares for Denji. So moving on, the fight went on, the destruction. Denji manages to outsmart her by dragging her on the water, and she passed out and she woke up, and she knew right away, I have nothing else to prove at this point. He outsmarted me, even though I am a high class assassin. This guy was able to outsmart me. He won. And Denji still wants her to stay, and she didn't want to stay because she knows all this chaos she caused, all these people that died, the government or the hunters will come after her soon enough, sooner or later. So she wants to hightail out of there. And Denji wanted to come with her, even though she wanted to, because I can tell you now she wanted to, but she said, you coming with me will make you an accomplice. And I don't want that. And that's actually because she truly cares. She doesn't want Denji to be harmed or in any way, shape, or form, or to be labeled as a traitor, right? So she walked away, right? But before she walked away, she kind of injured Denji enough so that he wouldn't follow her, because Denji won't. And actually, she wanted him to come, right? So afterward, Denji did tell her, I'm gonna be at that coffee shop, and I hope that you're going to be there, right? I'm really hoping that you're going to be there. She wanted to leave. She made up her mind to get out of the city, to go somewhere and hide forever, for some particular reason. You all remember in the beginning how Denji gave her a flower. She actually came to that phone booth to kill Denji. She actually came there to kill him. But Denji, with his weird behavior and with his weird character, vomited the flower he swallowed for some particular reason. And that triggered some type of love emotion, a chemical reaction inside Reze, that she did not take the train. The train left, and she knew that, okay, I really care about this guy. I really love him. I have feelings for him. I'm going to go back and see where this goes. The power of love. Love can make people do stupid stuff, but at the same time, it has its ups and downs. You know what I mean? And upon her way to go meet with Denji, Makima strike. Makima strikes, of course, with the help of the angel. Even when she was dying, she was like, Denji was literally right across the street up there. He was literally right there. And Makima made sure that Denji will not find out about this. Could you guys imagine if Renji ends up finding out? I don't think he would do anything to Makima, but he will hold some type of grudges towards Makima. But at the same time, he will also understand that Reze caused a lot of problems. She did a lot of damage in the city, and for someone like that, for an assassin like that, needs to be put down. He understood, but based on the fact that Denji was starting to have feelings for Reze, I'm not sure how he's gonna take it. I don't think he's gonna ever find out, because that angel will not spill the beans, and Makima will not tell Denji what happened. And it's so sad. While life is starting to leave her body, she was looking at Denji, and Denji was literally he waited for her at the coffee shop. You know, man. Now, overall, even though she wasn't my favorite person at most of this movie, but at the same time, her prowess, her tacticality, her fighting spirit, and everything, especially when she shows her real. I mean, Makima knew if you let her transform, that will be a bad news bearer. It's gonna be hard to take her down. And on top of that, while trying to take her down, a lot of people are going to get injured or worse. So the best thing to do is to make sure she never transformed. And she tried. Riz tried as much as she, and I did predict that this dating thing between Denji and Rez is just too good to be true. You know, it was too good. It was just too good. You know, like what are the things you say, man, this is too good. Like a girl comes at you, you know, you're all free around you, laughing, you know, nothing at all. Like didn't hold any some type of grudges at you. You know, it's just everything was just going so well, you know. I was like, this is too good to be true. Because this girl, I don't know, even though it feels all the lovey-dovey and her pushing up on him looks so attractive to see, you know, because it's not every time, okay? It's not every time that you see a woman all up on a guy if she's not looking for something, if she doesn't want something in return, you know? I was even fearful a little bit for Denji there because all these hunters, all these, you know, killers are gunning after him. I'm like, she works at a coffee shop. They've been together. She's been there for a while, but that doesn't solve everything. She could still be an assassin. Like, this is too good to be true. She's pushing up on him, talking about sex all the time, talking about big asses, you know, talking about all these sexual innuendos. I'm like, what is this girl up to, man? You know, like, this is too good to be true. And then I was worried that she's going to die, like something is going to happen to her. A killer is going to use her to get to Denji, and she ends up being the scapegoat and being the one that will be put down in order to get Denji mad, to go after who killed her. You know, I knew something was off, you know, and my prediction ended up coming to fruition at the end of all of this. You know, my prediction ended up coming to fruition. Not the exact way that I predicted it, but at the end of the day, overall, it still came to fruition. So, yeah, not a bad concept. You know, it kind of, while you're watching it, one of the things I like about this is because you just don't know you kind of know what is about to happen, but they made sure you can't really guess it all the way. You know what I mean? You could see how the stage is being set, but then again, it ends up being a different thing. And I like that fact because most of the movies that we've seen, as it's going along, you can almost predict what is about to happen, which means the authenticity will not really be there because you can already tell what's going to happen in the end. But with this, you kind of knew a little bit, but it didn't go the way I predicted it. But in the end, overall, she ended up being stopped because she caused a lot of problems, you know. Yeah, not a bad take of a movie. Now let's check the votes for a second. 26 votes overall, 92% for Chainsaw Man, 4% for Jujutsu Kaisen, 0, and Hell's Paradise gets 4%. So I could say that the reason why most of you guys are voting 92%, it could be because, you know, this is Chainsaw Man content anyway. So most of the people coming, of course, will vote for Chainsaw Man. It's almost like going to a Naruto fan page and you're trying to make them vote for One Piece. They are not going to vote One Piece. They will vote for Naruto because you came to a Naruto fan page. You know what I mean? So I do understand most of y'all voting 92% for Chainsaw Man. Shout out to you guys as well for voting, for participating. And to quickly go through the chats, and if you guys have any questions or if you have your take on this, feel free to disclose it. And some of you guys that came to the live chat, thanks for coming to the live chat. And yes, do I like the movie? Yes, Swag, I did enjoy the movie. The movie was very good. It was very good. I did enjoy it. How is wrestling going? I've watched, I think I have caught up. I didn't watch SmackDown yesterday, but I've caught up so far. I didn't watch SmackDown on Friday yesterday, but I just need to watch that and catch up. Right now, Raw is really interesting. You know, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed attacked Seth Rollins because they believe that they are the future, they are the visionary, and Seth Rollins is already injured, so they had to put him out of his misery and sent him home packing. Because of that, Seth Rollins was stripped out of the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, the World Heavyweight Champion on Raw is now vacant. And now, CM Punk and Jimmy, the main event Uso, will be taking each other on. I think, yeah. This Saturday main event, if I'm not mistaken. So, if I have time, I'll definitely watch it. On Friday's SmackDown, you have Cody Rhodes with his heat on, what's his name again? Drew McIntyre. Their feud. I do like their feud, but I think Drew McIntyre feud with Randy Orton would have been better. That's what I think. Or Cody Rhodes feud with Randy Orton would have been better. Because if you understand, it's almost like what is happening right now on Raw. You have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman on their side as the Oracle betrayed Seth Rollins. It's going to be like the teacher versus the student kind of thing. And we've seen that over and over again throughout the history of WWE. Most vivid ones will be Triple H and Batista, Evolution. That was a big feud. And based on the fact that during that time, not a lot of people could beat Triple H. Triple H was just on top of the mountain. He was so on top of the mountain, so much so that when he gets a script that he doesn't like, he would tear it up and asked the writers to rewrite it to make him go over. Now, most of us that heard about that calls him an a-hole for that, you know, because because of that, the politics and the backstabbing. I can even go down to Bret the Hitman Hart, the Montreal Screwjob, Shawn Michaels, and all of that stuff, you know. But let me focus on the main point. Teacher versus student. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. You guys remember their feud? Triple H and Batista, you guys remember their feud? Triple H and Randy Orton, if you guys remember their feud. Triple H even went to Randy Orton's house during their feud back in 2014, 2015 or something, or 2009 or whatever, I forgot, and beat the holy crap out of Randy Orton. So it's that kind of thing, teacher versus student. So I think that Cody Rhodes' feud with Randy Orton would have been better, because not only it's a teacher versus student kind of thing, it's also their fathers are Hall of Famers. So Randy Orton is a third generation, and I think Cody Rhodes is either a second or a third generation. So the feud will be more impactful if you ask me. Let me go to the chat here. Broken AMV, which one is... Okay. A lot of you guys are commenting now. Let me see. How is AJ Lee doing? AJ Lee is doing fine. Yoni Botif Lux. Please read my comment above. EVlog, an important scene has been censored. Put Chainsaw Man Reze Arc into the pool scene in YouTube. It is first result, okay? Broken AMV, which one is your favorite MAPPA movie? Right now, I will say Chainsaw Man. I will agree with you guys as well. I'm not stupid, you know what I mean? Based on the fact that it's the latest one, and I did enjoy this movie. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero was good for what it is, but Chainsaw Man, I think, based on the fact that I haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen in a while, and it's been a while since I've seen Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, this is the latest thing that I see right now. So I will most likely say Chainsaw Man, just because it's the latest content. And also, the animation, I think it's a little better than Jujutsu. I'm not sure now. I have to go back to Jujutsu Kaisen Zero now to maybe I should rewatch it and check, because the main character from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero is going to make an appearance on the next season, season 3. So I might need to go back and rewatch it again. I don't know. Will he check it? I'm not sure. You can send me an email of the link if it is available, the censored one. If you have it, you have my email. Go to my description, the description of this channel. You will see my email and send me the censored one if you have it. When I have time, I will look into it, but if you do have it, send it to me. I heard a powerful, very powerful rumor that Paige took notice of AJ Lee returned, and she is motivated to step back into the WWE. Paige love AJ Lee, of course, because Paige started her career with AJ. I concur with that analogy. It's almost like having the feud. AJ Lee and Paige did make an impact in WWE, and I believe their era started after Lita and no, their era was after Mickie James, Melina, and maybe I would say Straight Stratus, right? Summer, that was there. After those guys or those girls, then came AJ Lee and Paige. So they've been, and again, what her name? Bella Twins. The other one that used to date John Cena is back. So yeah, and now AJ Lee is there. So if Paige comes back, I think those old feuds will probably resurgent itself. And if Natalia comes back, that would also be good. So slowly, you can see that the older generation, or let me not call them old. They are not that old. They are old, but not that much. But they are Hall of Famers at this point. They're starting to come back slowly, right? The Bella came back. Now AJ Lee. If Paige comes back, I think that would be a good thing as well. Yep. Okay, now we have 27 votes. And Chainsaw Man is still on top of the vote. Chainsaw Man is still on top of the vote. Okay. And I'm not sure if my game lovers are gonna watch this. I know I didn't play Ninja Guardian last week, and I didn't play it this week. It doesn't look like I'm going to play it this week. So bear with me. I will definitely make time next week and continue it. I'm also trying to get back to One Piece as well. My reaction on One Piece, I want to continue it at some point. So Ninja Guardian audience, stay tuned. And I'm sure I give you guys content, different type of stuff you can enjoy. And here comes the other topic that I wanted to talk about. I forgot when I did my reaction on My Hero Academia. I was going to talk about Kenpachi versus Sukuna. First of all, I don't really know what happened with my because on Thursday I lost 100 and something, almost 200 subscribers for some particular reason. I don't know why that happened, but the interesting part of it is that it happened right after I posted a short video on Kenpachi, why Kenpachi would lose. I removed that short video, but then again, I'm like wondering why I'm not sure what happened. I went to YouTube about it. They haven't gotten back to me as per what could have caused it. But the interesting thing is when I went to chat with YouTube, or I went on help support to chat, and you know when you go there, it puts you in line, right? When I went there were 61 or 67 people ahead of me. So which kind of told me maybe something happened with the YouTube platform and a couple of people lost subscribers. So I was thinking that I'm not the only one that this happened to, because 61 people or 67 people was ahead of me. That's big. And this was the morning after, like, let's say it happened on Thursday, and no, I think it happened on Wednesday. Did it? Wait a minute. I'm jumping. Let's say it happened today, and then in the morning of tomorrow, I reached out to YouTube, early morning. So that time I reached out to them, it was 67 people ahead of me. So you could imagine if I had tried to reach out to them when the situation happened immediately, it will probably be more. So I'm not sure if this is a known issue, and they did send out a notification that there is a known issue going on, that they are working on it. So I'm not sure if this is the particular issue that they're talking about. So yeah, the Bella twins were, I think, for what it is, it is what it is, but they were one of the two that they made impact in WWE. So I'm not going to, deny them of their flowers, So I think hopefully Bleach fans are a little bit upset, I think, based on the fact that I told the truth. But they forgot that I'm a Bleach fan as well. And Kenpachi is my favorite captain. And I did talk about when I made the content, towards the end, I did explain that giving Sukuno this fight was hard for me because I actually thought that Kenpachi is going to win the fight, But then again, I'm not going to be stupid to not see the stats that Sukuno is bringing to the table, I would, because again, I'm not sure if my Bleach fans will watch this. And as I'm talking to my Bleach fans, I'm also addressing everybody else. When you subscribe to this channel, you are looking for an authentic reaction. You are looking for an authentic content. You don't want me to sugarcoat anything. If you subscribe to the channel for an authentic reaction and authentic content, understand that that's what you're gonna get. And sometimes you may not like it, but that's what you asked for. When I do these versus fights, I really, really, really do a lot of research. Like, I really look into everything. And when I see comments that Bleach fans were making to edify that ain't no way Kenpachi would lose, they are not making a concrete argument, you know? They are just saying, "Oh, this is definitely an easy win for Kenny. Ain't no way Kenny is losing this. Kenny will easily mop the floor." But my question is, did you watch the whole video? Because there's no way you will watch the damn whole video and you come out and say what you just said. I mean, I do appreciate your comments, but then again, please, when you come out for a comment and you stand on Kenpachi, be more discreet, state, edify your claim. Why? Don't just say, "Oh, this is an easy mob. This is an easy win for Kenpachi." Okay, why? Why is it an easy win? Where I'm going with this is, if you guys remembered, because I'm not sure if you guys have a long memory, I'm sure you do, but I think in this case, you've forgotten. During Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, when Maori and Kenpachi were going to fight, they were together, right? And they were going to Yu-Ha's sanctuary. They ran into an individual, because it looks like people are not really taking everything into account. They're just being biased, and being biased and not tell you guys the truth, I just can't do that. I just can't do that. I have to tell you guys the truth, and I'm going to be honest. Based on the information that I grab, based on the information that I see, I'm not going to say because, and again, my decision, the reason why I do my content and Sekuno won the fight should show you that even though Kenpachi is my favorite captain, for the fact he didn't win, there must be a reason why. And that's being authentic, that's being real. Kenpachi wanted to fight Penada, or Prenada, if you guys remember that character from one of the stand readers. Kenpachi wanted to fight him and almost died. Maori was the one that stopped Kenny from pushing forward because Penada was going to kill Kenpachi. That stand reader has a way of fighting that he does not have to be in a close range battle scene with you. Kenpachi tried to swing his sword and his hands came off or whatever. His hand started, blistering and was about to destroy him. Thanks to Maori, right? Captain Maori, for cutting Kenpachi's arm off, because that thing would have continued to seep right into Kenpachi, which would have consumed Kenpachi and killed Kenpachi, right? Maori saved Kenpachi. That stand with Peneda was very dangerous. Kenpachi cannot take that type of fighter on and win. Unfortunately, even if he transforms, he's not going to get that win because that stand reader is dangerous. That stand reader needs somebody like Maori to take on. That character is not a character Kenpachi can take on and win. If Maori wasn't there, that character would have, unfortunately, killed Kenpachi. But thanks to Maori. So why I'm bringing up this character is, if you watch Paneda, how he fights, he's a long distance range fighter and a short distance range fighter if he wants to as well. Now imagine how he fights and tell me what is so much difference between Paneda from Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, a stand reader, one of the royal guards. Do you guys see a similarity between him and Sekuno? Because I see it. There is a similarity between Paneda and Sekuno due to the fact that Sekuno has a way of creating a domain that unleashes so many attacks that anybody inside that domain will not have any way of getting out. Let me not even, if you understand Sekuno's attacks and how he fights, And if you watch Kenpachi how he fights, unless, and I said it in that video, unless Kenpachi will swim in, close in on Sekuno, and deliver a devastating attack without wasting time, that's the only way Kenny would win. But then again, knowing how Kenny fights, he doesn't like to end fight that easily. He will like his opponent to attack first, or he will like to see how long his opponent can go, you know, which is a bad thing for if you're facing someone like Sukuna, right? So Sukuna has a way of launching a long range attack that unfortunately Kenpachi has no answer to. Bleach fans always like to talk about spiritual pressure, spiritual pressure. You guys, yes, I know there is something called spiritual pressure on Bleach. I'm very full aware about that. But Sukuno is not an ordinary villain. He's not an ordinary person. And Sukuna, based on how he functions, he is a spirit as well, right? Who is a sorcerer, you know? I mean, it will be a devastating fight, and I want people to please watch the whole thing. Don't just watch one part of it and then you comment, you know, like as if you didn't watch the whole thing I said. I did say that this will be high difficulty. In a high difficulty situation, most likely, knowing how Sukuna fights. Okay, I was gonna say something, but let's leave that for a second. Let's talk about this. If Kenpachi attacks Sukuna, Sukuna can regenerate himself. If Sukuna cuts Kenpachi's arm off, his legs, everything, Kenpachi will not be able to regenerate from that. If that doesn't answer your question, I don't know what else will. Kenpachi can swing his sword, yes, but will Sukuno stay for him to get hit the second and the third time? Because remember, once Sukuno understands, or once Kenpachi cuts Sukuna and really damage him, or really hurt him, and he manages to regenerate himself, which Sukuna has the ability to, he's going to make sure to stay away from Kenpachi. Stay at a distance and attack him. And let me say it once again, if Kenpachi attacks Sukuna and Sukuna regenerates himself, if Sukuna attacks Kenpachi, Kenpachi cannot he doesn't have regeneration ability. So I don't understand the mindset of how some of Bleach fans are looking at this. If you know that this guy, Kenny, is my favorite captain of the Soul Society, don't you think that I would want him to win? Or is it that when you're real, people don't appreciate someone who is authentic, who is real, who will tell them the truth even if it hurts? Are we too much in our feelings? So much in our feelings that we choose to ignore the truth? I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, to each its own, you know, to each his own, or whatever, however you want to say it. But I did my content and I explained in detail the fight. But if Bleach audience are going to be upset if I offended you that I made a content, and again, this is a hypothetical situation. Ain't no way these two will ever meet each other. They are from a separate universe. But because he's the fan favorite, unlike Sukuna, and I'm a Bleach fan, don't you think I would want Kenpachi to win? And actually, I have another fight. I have another Kenpachi's fight coming. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it. Maybe this coming week or the following week, I'm not sure. But I have another Kenpachi's fight coming. And I know you guys will agree on who he's going to take on. You know, I mean, it's a content, man. Don't you guys, don't they think that I would want Kenpachi to win? Let me go to the chat. What's going on in the chat? It's just your opinion. You are not saying this is factual. You are allowed to express your opinion. Not everyone agree. Hold on, let me read this from here. You are allowed to express your opinion. Not everyone agree with your opinion, and that's fine. Just like you may not agree with my opinion. But no one should take your opinion like it's some sort of an attack on them. I don't pay them no attention, and I blame this new generation that are raising these young men to be sensitive. This generation are raising these youths to be sensitive, to be easily offended, not have tough skin. My generation are sick of how sensitive people are being. Keep doing your thing, EVlog, express your opinion, never feel bad about it. I mean, thank you, man. Thanks for your um your take on that. I just don't understand. I mean, don't you think that, think about it. If someone is my favorite captain of the Soul Society, why would I want him to lose? Don't you think I would want him to win? Why would I want him to lose? But at the same time, I have to give you guys the authentic content that you subscribed for. You're not going to subscribe for an authentic loot. Read my description, guys. Read my description. Take a look at my descriptions. Read what it says. It's an authentic content that I'm trying to make, and I want to be real as possible. I want to give you guys the real and not sugarcoat stuff. And I don't want you, please have a tough skin and not be too sensitive all the time to really to not rationalize, have an ability to rationalize opinions. Even if Kenpachi loses, so what? He's still my favorite captain of the Soul Society, no matter what. And he's a badass. And Sukuna will have to be careful, because if Kenpachi lands a solid hit on Sukuna, it depends on how fast Sukuna can regenerate himself. I said this in the video. Please watch the whole thing. Don't just see something, see bits and pieces of it, and then you're offended without watching the whole thing and understand why I came to my conclusion. Please have a tough skin. All right, we are men, or if you're a boy, growing up, coming up, please have a tough skin and have room to check everything out before you make your final judgment. Kenpachi is my favorite captain of the Soul Society. I wouldn't want him to lose. But if he lost, don't you think that it hurt me just as much as he hurt you? Or do you want me to lie? Do you want me to cower and lie because it's a fan favoritism, so I should lie and make him win? What type of guy will I be to you guys? What type of realisticness will I present to you guys? And I just can't do that. I do understand in some cases, maybe not, but I know most people are smart now. They can research stuff. So if I lie and give you guys the wrong information, people who are smart enough are going to call me out, because everybody can research stuff now. It's easy to research, to do a research, And yeah, please, have in mind, just calm down. I know you guys were, Bleach fans didn't appreciate Kenpachi losing, but hey, man, he is my favorite captain too. And look at my banner. I'm a Bleach fan. Don't you think I would want him to win? Or is it because Hagoromo won against Captain Yamamoto? I mean, look at the stacks. Look at the details. Remember, I have taken my time to watch a lot of animes. So I cannot just come and lie because I'm a Bleach fan. My banner, my channel banner, has Ichigo on it. you know. So why wouldn't you? Don't you think I would want Captain Yamamoto to win? But I'm not gonna be foolish and be in my feelings and lie, because ain't no way Yamamoto is gonna win against Haguromo. Haguromo he's a personification of creating things. And remember, this is why I know some people don't really think sometimes. Remember, how did Yamamoto die? Who killed him? Do you all remember how Captain Yama died? Howach or Yuho tricked him. If the fight goes down and Yamamoto uses his Bankai, when he's done, he will have no strength to fight anymore. Do you guys understand that? How did you guys gotta understand, how did Yamamoto die? He died because Yuho outsmarted him. He thought he was fighting Yuho the whole time, and he got outsmarted. Right? So, and he died as well because he extinguished all his strength. He was attacking thinking he was fighting the real person, and it turns out it wasn't the real person. And at that time, he has used all his abilities. So if he's fighting Haguromo, it's even worse because Haguromo can use Izanagi. What is Izanagi? Naruto fans will understand what this means, and I know some of Bleach fans will also understand what this means. If Haguromo uses Izanagi, let's just say he used it and Captain Yama survived Izanagi. Let's just say, right? He survived Izanagi. And Haguromo loses an eye because with Izanagi, when it's used, you're going to lose an eye at the end of it. Haguromo can still heal his eyes once again. The eye that he lost, he can heal it and continue. So Yamamoto will keep fighting until he will have no other strength left to fight. He's not going to win against Haguromo. Haguromo is a spirit in of itself, a spirit that has lasted for 1,000 years. Has the ability to create things. You know, creation is more powerful. I mean, when someone has the ability to destroy things, that's powerful. But it's even more powerful when you have the power of creation on your side. Destruction will end up exhausting themselves because to destroy, it takes a lot to destroy things. And when you run out of energy, creation is powerful, you know? Anyway. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's respect each other, man. Let's have fun, you know, and appreciate the content, because I'm doing way more than most reactionists. I'm giving you guys way more content. So because the person you like didn't win, so you become sensitive about it, and you're not gonna even give chance to look at why that person won or why that person lost. You're not even gonna look at it because you like the person and you wouldn't want them to lose, and then they end up losing and you're in your feelings about it. You know, come on, guys. Do you want authentic content or not? Or do you want somebody to be fake and be lying to you? I don't know. Are we women? I don't want to bring women into this. Let me just remove them into this. We're not girls. We're not women. We are men. And young men that are coming up, based on where you are in your developmental progress, have a tough skin, you know? Have a tough skin and look into details more than just being in your feelings, you know? We shouldn't, as men and as boys, I know we're humans, but we should try not to be in our feelings all the time. And just look at reason. Look into the reasoning and make something out of that. You know, because other reactors don't give you guys this. They just react. I'm doing a little more for you guys. So And again, this gives me an opportunity to talk about something else. Now, I remember when I was on Rumble, doing reactions on Rumble, and people were watching, but they were not participating on Rumble. They were not commenting. They were not liking the videos. As soon as I stopped doing their particular reaction, people start coming and ask me, hey, they message me, they comment on my videos, hey, how come you're no longer doing this? But when I was doing it, you were not supporting it. So it's good to support it now. Because if something comes up and I go do other stuff, please don't come back and ask me, hey, how come you're no longer doing this? When while I was doing it, you were not liking the video, you were not commenting, you were not supporting it. You were just being a ninja watcher. But when I stopped doing it, here you come asking me about it. But when I was doing it, you were not. Please don't be like that. Let's support the content. Let's support the content. So, yeah, man, this is about having fun. Let's have fun. Have a good time. No other anime reactor is giving you a versus fight. I'm doing it, and it takes hours. When I do my edit, everything you see me do, the editing part of my versus battles, the work that I put behind it, it takes hours to do that. Don't mind that I'm keeping up with my uploads because it's just the way I am, A lot of work goes into it. The editing by me, I do it all, right? So it's not easy to do all that. But I know some of you guys are probably thinking, I don't give a rat's ass if you put a lot of work on it. You made my favorite captain lose, and I don't care anything else you have to say. Well, you are you are too much in your feelings. Please, let's have fun and have a mind to look at things closely and not just look at it in a surface level. The content that I put out, my versus battles, a lot of work goes into it. And that's the reason why I have downgraded to doing one versus battle every week. Before I used to do 2, sometimes 3, but I have to digress it to 1 because there's a lot of work that goes into it. I can't do it and I'm working full time with my career work. That's too much work for me. I have to put more effort into doing once a week, and then the following week there will be another one, because doing 2 versus battle every week or 3 versus battle, I'm cutting my life short by doing that because it requires a lot of work, man. A lot of work to research, to read, to bring my research, read it, and then edit, put the videos together, put the materials together, make it look good, So I should have some free time soon since Halloween is phasing out. All right. I don't celebrate Halloween, by the way, because, I don't celebrate Halloween. But if you celebrate Halloween's more power to you. But I don't celebrate Halloween. I have a little bit of time to kill, though. I don't know what else we can talk about. What else do you guys want to talk about? I have a little bit of time to spare. We can talk about other stuff if you guys want to talk about other stuff. I'm free for the next 20 minutes or 10 minutes. However direction the conversation goes. Netflix is showing a lot of scary movies, and it's the season. A lot of scary movies, a lot of scary content going on now. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not sure if I should do that right now. Maybe I should do a live stream, do gaming, you know. Let me see how many people want to see some gaming. Maybe continue where I left off on Ninja Garden or Guardian. How many people wants to see some gaming, live stream gaming? Uh, yeah, man. Except swag. How many people want to see me play some game? I would love to do it in this on this stream, but I kind of have to separate gaming and reaction content away from each other because the next stage, I think I'm going into stage 7 or level 7 or whatever. I don't know how long it's gonna take because I'm not. I'm still getting used to the game and how it works and how the character jumps and floats in the air or run over walls. I'm still getting used to it. And I didn't know that when it comes to Ninja Gaiden, that when you die, you almost start from the beginning. You know how most games now, you die, you start from where you died. You don't go back, which reminds me of PlayStations and Sega Genesis. When you die, you almost start all over again somehow, you know? So I'm getting used to that concept because normally, if you're playing Call of Duty, or any other game, when you die, you start at the checkpoint, at the loading point. But with Ninja Guardian, especially the first one, I'm not sure about the second one, the third one, and so forth. But the first one, when you die, you start at almost at the beginning of the stage you started, not at the checkpoint. And you don't have a lot of those statues to save so that you can start over there. I don't know, man. Yeah. I was getting pretty good. I was getting good. I'm also kind of waiting for because while I was doing live stream on My Hero Academia, I wasn't recording it. I didn't record it. So I'm kind of waiting for the live stream to finish processing so that I can push out my short videos on My Hero Academia. Tomorrow I have One Punch Man live stream coming up, so stay tuned for that. The previous episode wasn't very good. The fight scenes were okay, but how they did it, it lost its edge. How they did the fight scene, and after the fight scene, everything kind of went down. Now, even the fight scene did not live up to my expectation. The whole episode 3 didn't live up to my expectations. So hopefully on episode 4 things might get better because they've taken so long to bring One Punch Man back. So me and the rest of the fans and audience who agree with me knows that they kind of flopped the 3rd episode. Yeah, I have heard of that too. The Ghost of Yotia. Yeah, I have actually seen it in PlayStation. You know how when you log in and it shows you the new games? I have seen that, but I'm so into Ninja Garden at this point. Going going to play Ghost of Yotie or Yotiu or whatever the name is. Um, it'll kind of look weird. Yeah, I have seen it. I have seen the trailer of it, and it looks pretty dope. It looks pretty dope. Yeah, and I'm sure that when you die, you're gonna start from where you died and not go all the way to the beginning. But Ninja Garden, I don't know if I should continue to play it, but if you guys want me to go download Ghost of Yoti, how do you spell Yoti or Yotai? Is it Yotai? I think it's Yotai. Ghost of Yotai. Let me see your votes, man. Let me see your votes. Or you guys can use Super Chat too if you guys want me to play Ghost of Yotai. That will be switching from being a ninja to a samurai. Yeah. Let me look at the I have seen the trailer before. Let me look at it again. Let's see here. How can I make this appear here? Trailer. Okay, let's check this out. Ghost of Yotai. Let me look at the trailer once again and see what's up. I have seen the trailer before, but I was busy when I watched it. But let me look at it more in-depth wise.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north to disappear. But you are hunting.
Damn, just look at the graph. You see, I feel like I'm being, I've been playing Ninja Gaiden for a bit now, and of course, the first one, the animation isn't that good, and I'm trying to just hold that until I get to maybe the second one or the third one or the fourth one, which I think the animation, the gameplay is probably way better on the fourth one. The experience is better. But looking at this, man, look at the details of this wolf. Look at the teeth, the blood, the hair. It is just, I'm being tempted, basically.
And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
Let me skip it a little bit. Ghost of Yotai. The animation or the graphics is way, way, way better. Of course, it has to be better because Ninja Gaiden, the first one, I'm trying to, ignore it and look at the storyline. Like I've always told you guys, it's all about the storyline. The first one, I'm still at the first one, and I'm trying to neglect or ignore the graphics of the game. Hopefully the second one or the third one will be better. You can even, so in Ghost of Yotai, you can make it speak Japanese, the original language, the native language, or switch to English dub. Okay. Good to know, man. How many people wants that? You guys want me to look into Ghost of Yotai instead of Ninja Guardian? Maybe this calls for a poll. Maybe I should do a poll in the community chat and see what people want. Give people what they want. You know? Give people what they want. Speaking of giving people what they want, next year, 2026, is going to be hot. Why? Because Bleach is coming back. Jujutsu Kaisen is coming back. I think Black Clover is coming back. And there's a fourth one. Let me see here. I think I posted it as well in the community a while ago. Yeah, Bleach, Black Clover, and Jujutsu Kaisen. It's gonna be hot, man. It's gonna be hot. Okay, somebody actually commented while I was live 2 hours ago at truthseeker-z8y commented on my post in the community tab, and he said, because I made a post and I put it in the community tab, and I wanted people, Bleach fans, Kenpachi fans, to let me know what I did wrong. And if you let me know what I did wrong, I will talk about it. I will address it on my next video or my next stream. So someone commented and said, okay, here's some facts for you. Kenny solos the verse. Wait, Kenny is overkill. Rukia solos the verse. Human version. Okay. All you said is the solo. Okay, why? Why did they solo Jujutsu Kaisen verse? Why did they solo Jujutsu Kaisen verse? I want to know. Don't just come and comment and say, Kenny solos Jujutsu Kaisen verse. But why? Let me know why. And I want you to, because they never say why. They just throw out comments there, but they never diversify why. Why? I want to know, what's your reason. Don't just give me a surface-based reason. Give me a concrete reason why. Because Soul Society is, those are spirits, right? It's a spirit dimension. Sokuno is a spirit too. So I don't understand what they're saying here. Why? Because Bleach is, I mean, I'm a fan, I'm a Bleach fan, but I'm not going to be oblivious to not differentiate the difference between power levels on these two. You know? Kenpachi is a spirit. Sukuna is a spirit. Or is it because Bleach says spirit pressure or spiritual pressure all the time? Does that I think we should not throw spiritual pressure too loudly, because Sukuna is a spirit, in a world or in a spiritual cosmos where these two run into each other to fight. Spiritual pressure won't mean anything to Sukuna. It will mean a lot to humans that are from Jujutsu Kaisen verse. Yes, I agree. But anyways, man, someone says at Luis Contreras dash DE4 SV says Kenpachi would dust Sukuna off definitely. Kenpachi would dust Sukuna. No different. I think that's what he's trying to say. No different. Okay, why? Why would he dust Sukuna? No, don't just come and comment surface base. See, that's the reason why I feel like do you guys, I want to know why. Why? It's okay to say your statements, but why? June Lewis 3951. He says Sukuna defeats him. Maybe he agrees with me that Sukuna does defeat Kenpachi. He could be a Bleach fan as well, or he could be a Jujutsu Kaisen fan. He could be a Bleach fan, or he could be a Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I don't know. He didn't really state which universe but I can see from his profile picture, he has the picture of Zoro. So my guess is, John, you are a One Piece fan. Okay? So he says Sukuna defeats him. Maybe he agreed with me by making that comment, but hey, I will also want to know why. People, you guys come, I appreciate your comments, but let me know why. I could say right now, EVlog can beat Kenpachi. You guys are going to look at me, okay, why? Why would you be able to beat Kenpachi? Then it's up, now I'm going to have to diversify why I think I can beat Kenpachi, So if you say Kenpachi defeats him, defeats Sukuna, Kenpachi is going to mop the floor with Sukuna. Why? Anyway. So who wants me to download and play, or to go buy Ghost of Yotai instead of Ninja Gaiden? Ninja Gaiden fans, I think I'm going to make a poll on this and see what you guys, want me to do. Exactly, and that's a good, Swag. That is a good, why Hakai, you see? That's a good way to answer a question. Topo can solo Naruto universe. Why? Hakai. Okay, now you've said something I can look at. Hakai. What's the power of Hakai? Hakai is a destruction power. When you get caught in it, when you get hit with it, it erases you from existence. That means when you die, you can't even be a spirit. You are gone from this cosmos, which is a very dangerous attack. So now that's a way to answer a question. Why Hakai? Okay, Hakai is a powerful energy. Of course, until if Topo meets someone like with a Sharingan, put him under a Genjutsu or something. I don't know, but it would be an interesting concept because Topo is not a spirit. He's a god of destruction to be. So he can still go under Genjutsu. Like the factor comes to, can Topo be under Genjutsu? But even if Topo can be under Genjutsu, Topo can just stay in the just blow the planet up. Fuck it. Topo can blow up the planet. All right, it looks like Swag says play Ghost of Yotai. Yeah, Toppo can just stay in space and blow up Naruto universe. Just blow the goddamn thing up. Don't even fight them. And he can do it. But if he gets on that Genjutsu, that might be a problem. I'm not gonna lie. That Genjutsu, that's a powerful attack. You know, that's unless if he decides to, if he get puts on the Genjutsu and he mounts an attack that erases everything around him, that's also something to look at, you know. That's another question. Will Genjutsu kill Toppo? Will Genjutsu kill someone like Toppo? The answer is I don't think so. Because Dragon Ball characters are far stronger. Their body is far stronger than what Naruto can be able to do. You know, and let's not forget, most of these guys breathe in space. They can literally breathe in space, right? So, in a situation where Toppo gets upset and Hakai's the whole universe, you know, ain't no one that will stop him. Even if Hagoromo exists somehow, you know, I mean, he himself might even get erased. Anyway, that's just my take on that. Ghost of Yotai, man, I would like to get a crack at that game because the animation is just, it's just nicely done. And Ninja Guardian, I'm still on the first part of it, and I just don't like the fact that when you die, you start at the beginning of the stage. I just don't like that, man. You know, because I do intend to die a lot, as you can see. All right, folks, I will think about it. I'll probably put up a post in the community tab. I might also do another post tomorrow, live stream One Punch Man. I'm not sure. Yeah, man. Well, thank you guys for joining me. This is just extra content for you guys because the reaction was done like what, an hour ago, if I'm not mistaken. Reaction was done an hour ago, so this is just extra content for you guys, and thank you for your support. And if for some of you guys that unsubscribed my channel, because I was at 25,000, almost 25,300 subscribers, it went down to 25,000 and almost 100 subscribers. You know, if this was YouTube due to the fact that something happened in this system, fine. But if it was due to people unsubscribing because of my video with Kenpachi that they didn't like that, come on guys. If you did that, that means you were not rocking with me from the beginning anyway. Even though you were here from the beginning or you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, just because I shared my opinion, because of that, because you disagree or I disagree with your belief, you check out. So as people, we can't have a disagreement at all. We got to be better, guys. We have to be better, man. We have to be better. We have to be better. Yeah, man. Toppo is worse than Pain. Oh, obviously. It's actually worse. At least with Pain, with Almighty Push and the stuff he does, people can still somehow survive. But Toppo, people are getting erased from existence. They can't even become spirits. They are erased completely. So it's not, it's the magnitude of Toppo's attack is not the same in any way, shape, or form as Pain. And we know how powerful Pain is, especially when all of them are fighting at the same time. Because we know that Jiraiya Sensei didn't live to tell the story. Jiraiya didn't live to tell the story. The only reason why Naruto survived is thanks to the nine-tailed fox inside him. Thanks to His late father's spirit was still inside him somewhere. His mother was still inside him. So that was a lot of factors. All right, a lot of factors. The reason why Naruto survived pain. Um, yeah, I know, man. It was so weird. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is going on, man? that got to be that got to be a solid reason why, which I cannot put my hands on it. And I've wrote them. They haven't responded back to me just yet. I'm still waiting for them to respond because I was able to get to an agent, but the agent, I don't know what was going on and didn't stick around to answer my question in full. And I have to just write them and email them. So I haven't heard back. Hopefully everything will be fine because it just doesn't make sense why that would happen. Because when I tried reaching out to them the first time, there were 67 people ahead of me. That's huge. And that was a day after, right? That's 10 hours after I noticed what happened. It was 67 people ahead of me. And I had to wait for like 2 hours for me to speak to an agent. But due to the fact that I was outside, working actually, and my phone went silent, I lost connection with the agent. And I tried talking to YouTube again, and they only gave me the option to email them. So I had to email them. I haven't heard back ever since. Yeah, I guess you could call it a glitch. You could call that a glitch, a big ass glitch. 29 votes overall. 93% goes to Chainsaw Man, 3% to Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and 3% to Hell's Paradise. Alright folks, thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to you guys. Of course, shout out to you Swag for keeping the live stream alive. It looks like every other person has chickened out and went to do what they gotta do for today. The night is still young, guys. It's only 5:33 here in Canada. Ontario, Canada, by the way. So the night is still young, guys. If you want to go out there, just be careful, man, because I know in a situation like this where there's an event like this, Halloween, I don't celebrate Halloween for many reasons. But for you guys that go out there to celebrate, please be careful on the road because a lot of cops, OPP, police are on the road right now trying to pull people over. This is their night. This is literally their night to give a lot of tickets. You know, they take advantage of situations like this to write up a ticket, probably to meet their quota or their quota of the month, you know. And the interesting thing is that this is November 1st. So if they do a good job now, that means they don't have to work as hard for the rest of the month. So a lot of cops are outside right now waiting for people to make stupid decisions. And indeed, people will make stupid decisions because, you know, we're humans, we're people. You know, people do dumb stuff sometimes, but you don't want to be caught in between that. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to be caught in between dumb situations and dumb circumstances, you know, because, you know, you can't get that situation back, you know. You can, like, once it happens, you know. So be careful if you're going out. I'm keeping my ass right here. I'm probably gonna watch something, maybe look into Ghost of Yota, but I'm gonna do a poll in the community tab and see what you guys think about it. Which one would you prefer me to play? And if you do choose, please support it. You know, it's one thing to agree for me to do something and you don't support it. Please support it. So guys, thank you so much. If you're gonna go out there, be careful, drink safe, and drive as safe as you can on the road, and go back to your family safely. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow morning for One Punch Man Season 3 reaction. keep on keeping on. See you in the next video.